Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes! Nice! This is already so much better than the first one. What is going on, guys? Get123 here with episode 2 of Scrap Mechanic. Yesterday we did episode 1, and you guys actually seem to love that. We got tons of positive feedback, which I'm really happy about, because so far I love this game, and I'm glad to see that you guys are loving it too. So today, we are going to be trying something a little different here. Today, we are going to be showing you how to make not only a rocket-powered car, as you can see here, but also, check it out, oh, yes! A car that actually transforms at the press of a button. Now, this one's a little unstable, as you can see. The center of gravity is kind of high. So what I want to do in today's episode is make a second iteration of this with a slightly different design. A kind of a wider base and less top-heavy and some bigger tires and stuff like that. So let's see. At only the press of a button. Check it out. We are back at a regular little car here. We can give it that rocket power. And then just hit the other button. Oh, and it's a seamless transition. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that this worked out. So today, that is what we are going to be learning how to do. So what we're going to do is park this bad boy right here, and we're actually just going to jump right into building. So with anything, the first thing that you are going to need is, of course, your base to work off of. And we're going to do this one out of wood as usual, so let's see. We're actually going to go into first person for the building process. I feel that that's a little easier for building. Now, let me see how I want to do this. We need to think about how wide we want this base to be, because like I said, that one's cool, but it's a little too thin. So when you're trying to drive it and take corners with it, yeah, it doesn't corner very well. So let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this one considerably wider, considerably bigger too. Is this too big? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. So we're gonna roll with this. So what we need to do here now is raise this bad boy up, and what we're actually gonna do is place some bearings right here, right over here, and right here. Now we're going to use a special type of driving frame wheel holder thing. What do I mean by that? Well, we'll just do one at a time. So let's just do this first one here. Actually, I already messed up. What we need to do, oh no, we have that bearing there. We've already got the bearing. Nice. So bearing, 90-degree turn. Then we're going to go with some pipe, and then we're going to jump up here and place another one of these going this way. But then here, we're going to need another bearing, because these are going to be what allow us to transform our vehicle. So once you've got that bearing on, we're going to place another downwards one, another pipe, and you guessed it, what's next? Another 90-degree. So there we go. Oh, but that bad boy is facing the wrong way right there. So we are going to toggle that with the Q key. And now what we need is another bearing, because of course we want our wheels to be able to spin, and then a big fat tire right there. So that is basically what we are going to do to each one here. And obviously, you know, each time you do it, you're going to get a little quicker. You're going to start to learn how the game works and just become more efficient. And I keep thinking that we forgot our bearing, and then I remove it. I'm like, nope, bearing is there. We did remember to do that. So let's I'll skip ahead when I'm done placing these. Okay, so I just realized we made a horrible mistake. Well, not too horrible, but let me show you what I'm talking about. What we need to do is, currently at the moment, we have no way to steer this thing. We did not add the steering bearings. So what we are gonna do is just remove these, remove that, and what we need, this is such an important part, is a bearing right there to allow this thing to steer. I don't know how I overlooked that, but I was working on it. I'm like, something doesn't seem right here. So, man, it's so hard to see what direction those are facing with that clear outline they give you. Okay, so now we are good to slap that back on, and then when you pull out your connector, you can see that each part has, you know, all the correct, appropriate bearings. And so this one back here doesn't need that steering bearing that would be right there, because we're not going to have steering in the back. And then this one, we actually did do a steering bearing, and we can get rid of that one, because we don't need steering in the back. So let's slap one of these on there. Yep, wrong way once again. That's definitely something they could fix for an update. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. It's so hard to tell what direction things are facing. And now lastly, just to do this last one, so you got your bearing on the front there. We're gonna slap on one of these, and then a pipe, and then jump up here, take back out the 90 degree, and then slap that on. Then we're gonna go with another bearing, and then another 90 degree, and then lift it up a little bit, and another pipe, and then, okay, we're not making that same mistake again, another bearing for the steering assembly, and nice, okay, and then one more bearing for the wheels to turn on. Okay, so that was a little more confusing than it might have had to be, and so far you can already tell this one is way bigger than this first iteration right here. This is like the off-road version. So let's keep moving along here. So hopefully this vehicle has a center, a symmetrical center. Looks like it might not. So oh well, that's gonna have to be okay. Let's make this our front, and then let's put our engine right behind the seat. And then actually, I don't know if I want to sit that far forwards. If we have the option to sit more in the middle, why don't we do that, and then put the engine right there. So now what we're going to start to do is just hook up our vehicle to the engine. So what we need to do first is connect the engine to all 4 tires, so those are going to get power. So there's the first one, there's the second one, here's the third one, and then right over here, number 4. So now all of our tires should have power, and we gotta also make it so that they're all spinning the right way. So that should be good. Looks like they are now. And last thing we need to do, well, not the last thing, there's still lots more we need to do. We need to connect the engine to the control center, as I like to call it, and then also the control center to the steering. So now, all right, we're gonna do our first test drive and just make sure that so far everything is working. So let's take it off of there and switch this out. Let's sit down here and see. Oh no! Damn it! Okay, I forgot. There's something very important that we need to do that's gonna allow this to work. Because so far, as you can see, this is not cutting it. So this is where things are gonna start to get a little bit more confusing. But bear with me here. We're gonna try to take it slow and kind of explain everything that is going on. So we're gonna go into our inventory here, and what we need to find is a switch and a controller. So once you have the switch and the controller, go ahead and place these pretty much wherever you want. I'm just gonna put it right behind the engine, and then I'm gonna put my switch, doesn't really matter, right there is fine. And so this, like I said, is where things can start to get a little confusing. What we're gonna do is connect the switch to the controller, and also the switch to the control center. That way we're gonna be able to control the switch while we drive. And then what we need to do is start messing with all these bearings and get these figured out. So we need to start connecting them to the controller. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and number 4 right here. So before we go any further, actually, we can connect these ahead of time. This way, once they're connected, they're gonna lock. You know, for our first driving test, as you saw, when we tried to drive it, everything just kind of collapsed and went limp. Once they're connected to the controller, though, they will no longer go limp. So let's give this engine some power. And now, this should be our first official test drive. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yeah, how about we remove the lift? That's a beautiful idea. That's a terrific idea. So, okay, nice. As usual, we accidentally have inverted steering, which, you know, isn't the worst thing. That's super quick and easy to fix. But so far, this is what we want to see. For the most part, this is, it's looking pretty good. So, let's pull out our controller, and, or not our controller, our connector, and we can switch the inverted steering just like that, super easily. So now is where we get to the transforming part, because, you know, as you can see, we have a fully functioning basic car, but it doesn't do anything fun yet. It doesn't do anything. So let's hop off here, pull out our connector, and now this is where we need to start assigning rotations to the bearings. So here we have our bearings 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these numbers right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, correspond with bearing numbers 1, 2, 3 right there, and 4. So we know that when we edit these, that is what's going to be changing. So what we want is, let's see, we are going to want bearing number 1, to go towards the blue side, I think, and bearing number 2 to go towards the red side. So let's see here. Bearing number 1 towards the blue. We're going to try 180 degrees would be a full half circle. We're going to try 165. 165. Oh, a little more there. 165. Okay, and then on 3 and 4, let me see. What is 3 and what is 4? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we are not ready for that yet. We are not. Can we press that switch? Oh, no. What is going on? Why did that already transform? Maybe because I don't... Let me see. Do I have it connected to the... I don't know. I don't know. Why did it already transform? I don't know. Let's just keep going for now and see if we can get this figured out. So 3 and 4, it looks like 3 is going to have to go to the blue side because that's the way we need it to spin. And 4 is going to go to the red. So we come over here to our rotation editor. 3 to the blue. There's 165. And then this one to the red. And then as we exit out, okay, so, yep, so it did it again. I'm actually, to be completely honest with you, a little confused at the moment as to why that is happening. But let's just get this vehicle back up on the lift for now. I think that's the best thing we could do. So vehicle on the lift, and now, okay, we should be able to test ride this though without it going out of control. Okay, wait, I think I know what we did wrong. I think I know what we did wrong. Hold on. I just figured it out. So let's get this back on the lift. Here's where, you know, a lot of learning this game is trial and error. So what we need to do is pull out the, actually we don't need the connector. We just need to edit the rotations. Here's what we needed to do. These 165, these movements should be on this column, because what we did is we edited the default position. So this, you know, this first column here is always your default. So we need to set these all back to 0. Let's make sure these all match though. 165 and 165. Okay, that makes much more sense. So you guys are here learning the game with me. As you can see, I'm no expert. We're just kind of learning as we go. But in my opinion, that's so much of the fun of the game. Okay, so let's take this off the lift. Nice. And now, why don't we take a seat and see how this is coming. We're going to hit our button. Nice. Cool. That is exactly what we want. So far, we've got this part of the vehicle transforming. But as you can see, it's not quite doing exactly what we expected. So that's totally okay. For some reason here, we lost a block. Let's put that block back. So now what we need to do, as you know, we have 2 sets of bearings. We have this inner set and then this outer set. So now we need to edit the outer set, which is going to correspond with 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's go to our controller. And I'm thinking maybe what we need to do, let me think. Oop, let's go down. I almost started working in the wrong spot. So for 5, 6, 7, and 8, I'm thinking we are going to try 180 degrees so they come straight down. So it looks like we're going blue, red, 180. Oh man. We're actually making pretty good time here overall, I think. So there we go. That should be it. So we have 5, 6, 7, and 8 on their own rotations, and they're all going to take place at the same time as these ones up here. If we wanted them to take place in a second step, we could have put it in this column, or this column, or this column, but they're all in the same column, so they will all take place at the same time. So let's see here. Let's get in, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes! Nice! This is already so much better than the first one. It seems a lot more stable already, and, nice. Alright, this is exactly what we wanted to do. But right now, we are not rocket-powered, are we? No, we are not. So why don't we add on some rockets? Oh, such a cool transformation. I love it. Real quick, let's pump up the engine speed a little bit. So now, what we want to do is we want to get some rockets on this bad boy, so let's go to our inventory, and here's the thruster. And we're just going to switch the thruster out for, I don't know, the tires. I don't think we'll be needing those for a little while. And let's try putting some rockets on the back. How many can we fit? We can go 1. I don't know where the center is going to be. How about 1, 2, 3? Unfortunately, like I said, we made an unsymmetrical vehicle, so, you know, Actually, how many rockets? Hold on. Let's just try putting back-to-back rockets. Okay, yeah, still asymmetrical, but that's okay. We've got a bunch of rockets on here. So now what we need to do is connect the rockets, or the thrusters, to a button. So we're going to place our button right here on the other side of the controller. And let's see, pull out our connector. And we are going to connect all these thrusters to this single button. So him, and that one, and that one, and him, and her. And now, like, you know, if we were to sit down at the seat, we would have no way to control them. So how do you fix that? You connect the button to your command center. And guys, I think, let's see, let's take a seat. Oh, nice. So now our button shows up down at the bottom taskbar thingy there. And, oh, yes! Check it out. All of those thrusters come together and give us some pretty nice speed. Super low center of gravity. We're not even tipping at all. And then when we want, guess what? Oh, yes. There we have it. We have got a beast of a vehicle that basically transforms literally at the press of a button. Oh, nice. Nice save. So that's pretty much the simplest way to make a basic, simple transforming car. Now, there's so much creativity, so many things that you could do to customize it, and, you know, we could take it further, but I think what we're going to do is just keep it simple. We're just going to keep it simple today. That is our transforming car for now. If we wanted to, we could, you know, add some aesthetics to it, and we could go into here, and I don't even know. I've never really worked with aesthetically pleasing things before, at least in this game. But I don't know. If we wanted to, we could try to improve the look and place random things like that. But for now, we're just going to cut the video off here, guys. And that is how you make a transforming car in Scrap Mechanics. So if you guys did enjoy, please remember to leave a rating on the video. Subscribe if you are new and you enjoyed what you saw. And on that note, guys, maybe we should drive this around a little longer. No, I think we better end it here. So on that note, guys, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. Ooh, I will see you next time. We popped ridiculous wheelies and even braking. Oh, man. Yeah, it's easy to take it out of control, but I would say this is a pretty good first attempt. I mean, here we have it. We have a 6x6 moving shelter. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself here.